Recon's not there at the minute, so I'm going to try again. Like I said, Mayo's just trying to get everyone on, but since no one's just not responding.
Yeah. Well, thank you to everyone that has turned up and decided to bother for League One here tonight for TTSL. Good evening, everyone. I am back once again for League One, Season 1, Round 3 here in Monaco. Recon just joining back in, which is 6 drivers now, and 6 drivers going to be racing here tonight. Bit of a bad attendance, but you can't really beat the drivers out on track. I'm Jim Said 14, and joining me in the commentary box for the first time is Mark. Good evening.
Hello, James. How you doing? How you doing, mate?
I'm doing fine. Apart from the flu, I'm doing fine. How are you?
Alright. Get more grey hair moments, try and get everything sorted and stuff, but hopefully we'll get a good crack of a race here at the glorious race of the Monaco Grand Prix. And like I said, this is the first time ever that I'm doing a duo, which I've been pestering James to do for me for a very long time here, so this is the very first time and privileged to do it. Let's hope we get a great race here tonight. I mean, like with Monaco itself, it's one of those at the midnight track as well. It's just a glorious venue as well. Have you driven around Monaco that much, James?
Oh, I've driven around Monaco a lot of times, and trust me, it is painful. It is painful. When you hit that wall and you receive that front wing damage, it is really painful. And I wouldn't honestly be surprised if some of these guys actually get lapped, because that's what we saw in League 2 just about 10 minutes ago. So, knowing from experience, it'll probably happen.
Oh, we'll have to wait and see what happens here tonight. I mean, with Monaco, it's one of those where you have to put so much concentration into it, because if you make one bang, it's like a silly bang noise, like bang, and the wing is gone moment there, and you don't want that to happen, especially on this track as well. Is there, with this track itself, there's some crucial points there on the tracks itself. Is there anyone that you recommend that they'll have to watch out for tonight?
Honestly, for me, I think Will's probably going to be the one that takes both races here tonight. I think he's just a class above the others that we've got attending. Thank you, though, to everyone that has bothered to attend, as I say. Watch out at turn 12 to back. You are really going to see that back end kick out. We've seen a lot of drivers in League 1. Well, I'll shut up because Honey Badger's on a lap.
It's alright, don't worry, keep going. You're on a roll here, James. Come on, you can do it.
Honey Badger has started a lap. He's on the run up through Massenet and then into Casino Square through 3 and 4 at the top of the hill, and the Williams driver currently in 4th position. But Will currently out on top with an 18.7 first sector there, Honey Badger. He's in 4th currently. Gort on a set of medium compounded tyres, which is interesting to note. And everyone, I think, so far has had a clean lap as they now come through Mirabel Bass at turn 7. And then through Portier, famously where Pascal Verline ended nearly upside down, with Jensen Button making contact back in 2017. Then through the tunnel, now into the Grand Hotel hairpin. Sorry, not into the Grand Hotel hairpin, into the Novelle chicane at turns 10 and 11. To back at turn 12 now for Honey Badger, getting very close to the wall. The Williams driver, Recon and Will are fighting out for that pole position here. Honey Badger through the Passine section. Goodness me, did you see something there? Did he clip the wall?
Yeah, I saw Will. When he threw the chicane part there, he clipped the wall there, but he's coming up to the final bits now. It looks like Recon might just do it.
109.1!
Damn, that's fast!
That's about, just to put that into perspective, that's about the second quicker than League 2.
A second quicker?
A second quicker. We had a 110.1. Recon taking pole position from Will. Only 0.2 of a second separate, and it's going to be really close between those two. Carlsbury, brand new driver to the league, in 3rd. The Finn in the Ferrari. Honey Badger in 4th. Useless is a cat. What a great name that is. In 5th position, the Canadian. And Gort in 6th position. Only 6 drivers, but you're going to be in for a treat. You've got me and Malk, and you've got these 6 drivers out on track. What's not to like? And it's Monaco.
Oh, it's just unbelievable moments here. You're a privilege to do the commentary with you, James, on this one. So make sure you watch it live and exclusive for the TTTV channel, for the TTG Esports, for the TTSL.
Interesting note, actually. I've just seen Honey Badger post in a comment. He had a DRS failure in qualifying. Have you? I don't think I've seen that before.
Sometimes I've seen it before when I've been doing other commentaries and stuff, and I've seen it happen quite a few times here. So it's not, to me, it's not fair for the driver because they've lost out. That could have been a pole position sitter. Do you agree, James?
Yeah, I think the DRS around here would only probably gain about 2 or 3 tenths down the straight. There's only that one area down the start-finish straight. It would have only gained them about 2 or 3 tenths, I would imagine. Maybe the lap could have been a little bit cleaner, but yeah, no excuses, I don't think, really, with the DRS failure, to be honest. I don't think it would have made a difference.
Absolutely not, but it's one of those tracks where you've got to get a great start in. If you don't, you will lose out. It's one of those where it's like a train going and you don't know when to get past and stuff. Don't you agree?
Yeah, I tend to think that the driver who qualifies in first normally wins the race. That's what we saw with Alex in League 2. If I've ruined that for anyone, I apologise. But Alex did that in race 2 of League 2 tonight in Monaco, and you can watch that stream back after this. But everyone on the formation lap, and obviously everyone on the same qualifying, same compound of tyres that they qualified on. Who's your pick, Malk, for the win?
For the win, you have to pick obviously Recon on his day. He can be one of the bestest drivers on the game itself. But then you have to watch out for Carlsberg and Honey Badger as well as Will. Those 4 drivers, I believe, could produce the goods here at the Monaco Grand Prix. But it's all about who's going to have that consistency, who's going to have the one where they try not to hit the wall too much. And if you can do that, then I reckon that you've got a good chance. So from my pick, I reckon Recon I think. How about you?
Yeah, Recon, I think, is probably the strong candidate. I'm going to go Will, though. I think he might just get the run off the start, to be honest. Try and go around the outside into Saint Devos. You never know what could happen. I will let you take the start for race 1.
Oh, thank you very much. It's an honour and privilege as always. So we're about to kick off with the starting grid at the Monaco Grand Prix. That's how we go. We got 1 light, 2 lights, 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 red lights, and we are go, go, go.
That's a long light hold. Eventually we'll go out. There we go.
We're starting now. We're starting now here. Honey Badger moves up to 4th place here. Oh, they're trying to hold the corner, but they're still going up the hill here. Unbelievable stuff here. The user's carriage just dropped down. Oh,
no way. No. Oh my God. Jesus.
Will's trying to make the move here. He's trying to make the move. Nearly trying to make. Oh my days.
Oh, Recon nearly did a Rosberg in qualifying. Goodness me.
Oh my days, look at this. Look at this. This is absolutely great start here. I thought there was going to be a silly bang moment there with the wing moment there, but with this start, it's always frantic at the start of the races here. But I tell you what, this is going to be absolutely epic. I know there's only 6 drivers here tonight, but I bet you this is going to be one of them. What's happened?
Recon locking up into the Nivelle chicane just made a right hell of a mistake. Will's right on the back of him.
Oh, he's trying everything he can here, Will. He's doing everything possible here. But can he try and make the move to Recon in a matter of a few laps here because of the DRS straights here? But here's a question for you, James, actually. With the DRS, do you think it's benefit on the start finishing line here, or do you think it's not been great with the DRS? Because for me personally, I don't think it's been used that much at Monaco.
No, I don't think it will be used that much. You've got to. I think the driver behind has got to be within a 1/10 of a second to try and get the overtake done. You've got to get the ultimate run out of Anthony Noges at the final corner to try and get that move done. But Recon out in front, everyone quite quietly packed, I've got to be honest. This is looking quite good. Got a little bit outpaced, but he's on a set of mediums. He will try and pick them off late on, I think. But Recon will, and Carlsbury, and no position changes at all.
No, absolutely not. But Cosberg could probably be the best driver in the world here. Not Cosberg type stuff, but let's see if he can try and make that unbelievable moment here into the top 2 here, which I did say to watch out for at the start of the race here. But can Recon try and pull away from Will here? Because, like I said, the last few races here, Will has been... what's happened?
3-second time penalty for Recon through the first chicane in that complex, through the first chicane at the Piscine section, and Will is into the pits. Did he pick up front wing damage? I think he's got front wing damage, has he? Left side end plate?
I'm just looking now. No.
No, it's not. It's just a tyre change. Mediums for Will. 17 laps can be done. Can be done quite easily, in fact. 55% tyre wear, I think.
Yeah, like I said, James, this is I reckon it's... Oh, there's Cosberry! Cosberry hit the wall there, but look at Honey Badger! Oh, there's been a crash! There's been a crash, James, but for Cosberry. Let's see if he can try and get back into... Oh no, he's retired.
He retires.
He is retired. He's absolutely retired from the session.
Was there contact there between Honey Badger and Carlsbury, or was that just a pure lock-up? From the camera angle that I got, I thought it was a lock-up, but I'm not so sure. And Carlsbury leaves the session as a result. He can join for race 2, remember, as well. And Useless as a cat now right on the back of Honey Badger, 0.8 of a second, separating Recon out in front 2.5.
Yeah, I think with the tyre wear itself, there's not much of a difference. It's only like a few tenths, because it's one of those tracks where you don't lose out too much on the tyre deck that much. But that's why I think Will's just try and gamble for the mediums as early as possible, so he can try and get them as quickly as possible. But in regards to Carlsbury did hit the wall just before Honey Badger came in, so I didn't see much of
I caught it. Yeah, I caught it. It looked like he got caught on the bump through Casino, just off the exit of Casino. Looked like he got caught on the bump and went left instead of right. We saw that with Jeffrey in race 2, caused a mass pile-up in race 2 in League 2 tonight. Pretty similar to that, I've got to say. Useless as a cat, though, right on the back of Honey Badger. He's doing quite well so far.
Yeah, he's not useless at the minute here, because he's trying to be everything he can here to move up to second place.
Will!
Oh, Will's...
Where's that?
Will's out!
That's at the same point as Carlsbury, I think. Yellow flag sector 1, sector 2, that's got to be down into Mirabel at turn 5. Will has left the session here, so now from 6 drivers here, we've gone into 4 drivers here left at the Monaco Grand Prix here with Will. I think he might be right Recon's
here,
in.
James. Recon has just gone in now. I hope you're feeling a lot
and Honey
better
Badger!
here, James.
Sorry, Honey Badger must have got caught on the inside at Raskas because he just had a spin. Sorry. What were we going to say?
No, James. It's perfect when we do the unscripted commentary stuff here, because it's the very first time we've done this here. So, like I said, whatever happens, just do your thing. Just do your thing on the commentary box here. Here we're on lap 5 and 20 of the Monaco Grand Prix for the TTSL League 1 Race 1 here. Unfortunately, we've got like the 6 drivers here tonight. Hopefully, the 2 drivers who have just retired from the race here will try and catch up for the second race here itself. Yeah. But because the gap's a little bit bigger now, there's not going to be much battles going on here. But as a Monaco track here, is there anyone that you reckon that could do well? Do you reckon Recon will get back into first place, or do you reckon there'll be a shock from Honey Badger soon? Yeah,
Recon will probably undercut these 2 in front. Of course, Useless as a cat and Gort have still got to pit as well. Which we should see Useless as a cat pit in. If it's off league... Oh, he's into the pits now, actually. I thought he was going to pit next lap, but he's into the pits this lap, the Canadian. Let's see the pit stop. I think that's going to be, obviously, a set of mediums out for the driver. Is that a front wing change as well? No, it's not. And it's going to be him straight out of the pits, and I think he's going to be joining in second position, because Recon is into the pits with right side end plate damage.
Oh, that's going to be unbelievable stuff.
Yeah, Useless as a cat out in second.
Oh, so now Honey Badger moves up to 3rd place here. Useless as a cat in 2nd place, and could do well here to keep that, but Honey Badger will be on his tail here. At the Useless of a cat with a tail here at the back in 2nd place in a moment or 2 here. But we're on lap 6 of 20. unbelievable start, James.
Yeah, really unbelievable start. Gort now leading through the Grand Hotel. Hairpin though we're on board with Useless Cat and Honey Badger. 1.3 seconds separating these guys. You would expect Honey Badger to have more warmth in those tyres essentially, because he's gone on a lap further. It's definitely not the case. Useless Cat will actually be quicker with a fresher set of tyres than Honey Badger around here, and obviously they can make it to the end. Recon back into the pits obviously after that front wing change. It's not going to do him the world of good. However, he could be within a slim pickings chance of getting a podium, I think, right at the end of this race. If he catches the guys ahead, then that will be a good indicator to see if he's going to get a podium. Otherwise, we've only got 4 drivers out on track. It's pretty disappointing, to be honest, and I urge Will and Carlsbury probably to come back into the decision, because 6 drivers is better than 4 at the end of the day. And obviously we will be taking steps to improve TTSL League 1 moving forward within the next week or so.
Thanks for that, James. Thanks for that indeed. Recon pitted for the hard tyres instead of another set of mediums, so I'm very surprised with that. I don't know if it's just he wanted to try something different, I don't know. But with Honey Badger, Useless Cat is the only closest battle we've got here. You are right that Useless Cat will have an opportunity to try and improve with the bit of a fresh tyre wear situation, but they're coming up to the main chicane part here before we go the left-hander and in the swimming pool section there as well. Is there any drivers out there that you think, from your experience watching them in the past year, who's had to watch out for even more now?
Honey Badger, he's right on the back of Useless as a Cat. All of a sudden, 9/10 of a second, he's getting 4/10 just through the swimming pool section alone. And Honey Badger beginning to catch. He's been really strong around this track before. He's probably going to be the favourite, I would say, to take the race win, and he just had a bit of a moment coming out of Sandevot at turn 1, nearly hitting the inside of the apex there. Hitting the wall on the outside, I should say, through Sandevot. But Honey Badger right on the back of Useless as a Cat, but I think he's just got to wait his turn here. You don't want to be trying to make or force an overtake around this track. It's too tight. And you know, when you get two drivers going side by side, especially up the hill like we had in League 2, it can end in tears for at least one.
Yeah, absolutely. But it's 2 in a bed situation, James. It's always a 2 in a bed when you have 2 aside there as well with the cars there. But when do you reckon that Honey Badger will have to capitalise on the overtake here on Useless as a Cat?
Probably next couple of laps or so. If he wants to get past in a bit of a hurry, he should go past within 3 laps. He could even get past this next lap onto lap 9, and Useless as a Cat actually just locking up into Raskas. I think that's what you just picked up on there as well. I'm taking it from his point of view. So Honey Badger right on the back of Useless as a Cat, but again, you're not really close enough at this point. Honey Badger's just going to have to sit and wait behind Useless as a Cat. It could let Gort just pull away slightly, but these two are catching at such a rate that these two are going to be fighting out for the win for sure.
Yeah, I mean, Useless as a Cat is a newcomer to the league as well, and what a way to start off with, to get maybe your first ever win on your first ever race here at the first part of the league here tonight. So, but that was a bit of a close call there between the Useless Cat and Honey Badger here at that point in the track. So Honey Badger, the Gort, I call him the Goat here, but he's called it the Goat, the Gort in first place here. Useless as a Cat in second place. Honey Badger closing in on second place for England, and Recon, who had to pit twice because the second time he's just had from damage, so he's going into fourth place here. Will and Colesberry are the only casualties with the DNFs earlier on in the race itself. We're coming up to, which could be lap 10, halfway marker. Oh, the Goat! Oh, the Goat. The Gort. I keep saying Goat.
12 laps and a set of softs. They're going to be quite worn, but they're not going to be that worn towards the end of the race. But he has got a front wing change, so he's actually pitting in for a front wing change. So that's going to cost him another 6 seconds there. Recon might be right on top of him coming out of the final corner. However, I think Recon is just going to be out ahead, is he? It's going to be so close. Coming across the line now, Recon is out ahead. I thought it was going to be the case. Recon is out ahead. That front wing change costing Gort massively.
Yeah, that was costing them massively there. So we might have two battles here. Hopefully in a moment or two here, because Honey Badger is only 5 tenths behind. Useless as a cat in first place here, and the goat. I keep saying goat. It's not goat. It's the goat. He's probably had enough of me saying that. The goat now, but the goat is might have to close in on recon in the next few laps here because of the fresh soft tyres as well. With 10 laps remaining, 10 laps remaining here of the TTSL League 1 Race 1 at the glorious race of the Monaco Grand Prix, the beautiful midnight part there.
Useless as a cat, just locking up into Raskas again, nearly clonked the wall with that front wing. Luckily it stays intact, and Honey Badger right on the back of him, running up into Massenet, 4/10 of a second away.
Absolutely, but look, 3 tenths now. 3 tenths now. Will we see any shocks on the moment here? Will he try and make the move at this point here? At the moment, it's Useless has just hit the back end on the wall there. Now,
I didn't see that.
A bit of time there. He hit on my side. It looked like he hit the wall on his back end car there, so he might lose out a bit of time here. But 5 tenths here, 5 tenths of the gap here now. So through the tunnel section now. But like I said, the goat tried to close in on recon for 3rd place here, but he will need to do it as quickly as possible here. Passing through. Coming up to I couldn't say the words, couldn't get past into the swimming pool section now. And like I said, into the 3rd section now as well. Coming up to, which is the pits in a moment or two here. But Useless the cat holding on. Oh, he's trying to lock up here. But he's trying everything possible here. He needs to try and boost.
Is he close enough? I don't think he's Useless as a cat, actually just running against the wall on the straight, but he's not going to get past the wall. Honey Badger trying his best to go around the outside of Thunderbolt. Never going to work. He should just be patient because he can get past and probably at his leisure. But Honey Badger right on the back of Useless as a cat, and this is for a battle for the lead. And with even 4 drivers, this is quite entertaining.
This is absolutely unbelievable stuff here. Like you said, James, 4 drivers. You probably think, what's going on?
Oh my god. Honey Badger getting so close. He nearly ran up onto the curb actually to try and get past Useless as a cat. It was so close to contact there on the back end. He's done so well to not contact the back end there. 5/10 of a second separating. We're about to go on to lap 13.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. But like I said, fantastic stuff there from James there. Unbelievable stuff from the commentator as well. Absolute legend as always here. Useless as a cat holding on for first here. Honey Badger is trying everything possible here. 3 tenths now. Going to watch it from his point of view now. Locking up again. Oh no! Ooh. Nearly. Useless as a cat holding on. He's holding on for dear life here for first place here. But will Honey Badger try and make the move?
No, not this time around. Not close enough. Didn't get the run off of Anthony Noche at the 18 and 19. Never close enough there.
No, but Honey Badger would be absolutely fuming because he'd be thinking, what do I have to do to get past this? Yeah, Useless as a cat driver here. Absolutely madness stuff here, but he's doing everything he can here, Useless as a cat in first place. He's not useless at the minute because he's doing a fantastic job here in first place here, but he's locking up quite a few times here. Yellow flag set to 1.
Goat round at Sandevot, that is.
Oh no!
And he's retired from the session as well. Yeah, there's no chance he's getting out of that. He's just purely went up on the curb, I think. The bump at turn 1 on that curb, he's had to retire the car because he would be spending about 20 seconds doing a J-turn there.
I tell you what, we've had some really unlucky moments here in this race here tonight with Will Colesberry, and now the goat. I keep saying goat. The goat. 70 on that one. So I have to try and pronounce it a little bit better there. But like I said, the 3 drivers will all guarantee for the first time to have the podium stuff as well, as long as they don't have any crashes. They ever Useless as a cat locked up again at first. But James, I'll let you carry on.
Yeah, I was just saying again, a lock up. Honey Badger trying to find a way through into Massenet, now through into Casino at turn 4. Not close enough. Useless as the cat still hanging on out in front. And Honey Badger getting a snap of oversteer off the bump. And again, another lock up for Useless as a cat. but there is just purely no chance for Honey Badger to try and overtake. The only real overtaking spot is on the start-finish straight, and he's not close enough. On many occasions that I've seen in this race, he's not close enough for that move. He needs to get close enough to try and pull off that move. I think both of them, I'm just going to have a quick check of the race director. Eustace as a warning has got a warning. Eustace as a cat, sorry, has got a warning, and Honey Badger has got 3 warnings. They haven't got any penalties as of yet.
Yeah. Did you say Eustace is a warning?
Eustace is a warning. Yeah. That's what you get. That's what you get when you try and talk quick in commentary. Honestly.
Yeah, that's why I said you are an absolute legend, dear James. Absolute legend, as always. Eustace is a cat.
Yeah, again, sorry, Honey Badger, not close enough again. He's just not getting the run out of the final corner. I think he's got to prioritise an outside line, then go deep into the corner. Where the corner actually goes downhill slightly, he's got to use that to great effect, and he's got to be right on the back of Eustace as a cat to stand any sort of chance of getting a move. Otherwise, you're going to be seeing the positions how they are.
Absolutely. I'll tell you what, I know you've just talked that quick there, but quick question, do you think Eustace as a cat will hold on for first, or do you think Honey Badger will definitely make the move in the next few laps?
The way the things have been going the last couple of laps, I've got to admit Eustace as a cat has probably got this just because of the track and how the nature of the track actually is. With how close the walls are, Eustace as a cat will use that to his great advantage, but the advantage of being behind the car for Honey Badger is to try and force the opponent ahead into a mistake. And that, I think, is going to be his deciding factor if he wants to win, as well as get close enough. And again, I don't think he's going to be close enough down into the final 2 corners here. No, not close enough at all.
No, absolutely not. Absolutely not. But Honey Badger will need to rethink about getting ahead of Eustace as a cat in qualifying. Do you agree on the second race?
Yeah, Honey Badger, I think, will probably be the quickest driver out of the guys that are left. Recon, of course, could throw a bit of a spanner into the works, and funny enough, actually, he is beginning to just catch slightly, but it's only 1.1 seconds at the moment, and Eustace as a cat going very wide into Mirabel. Goodness me, if he went any wider, he would have been into the wall.
Yeah, I don't know if every time I'm seeing him now, he's hit the back end on the wall itself here. That's probably why he's drifting too much further wide there. But that's just from my point of view. Might see a different view next time round here. But I don't know what to say.
I knew from the entry that was going to happen. He picked up a warning just on the lap before, and I knew that was going to happen. 3-second time penalty for Honey Badger. It just makes his task a hell of a lot harder now.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely.
He's close enough. Is he? No. Oh, is he? Oh, this could be quite close, actually. Honey Badger right on the back of Eustace as a cat. Launches down the inside at Thunderbolt! Honey Badger! Oh! Both of them into the wall, and fair play to Honey Badger. He has actually given the position back up there. He knew that was a dangerous move down the inside, and that is sportsmanship at its finest. Even with 3 drivers still going, that is sportsmanship at its finest right there. Honey Badger has to wait his turn. He tried to, I think, with the 3-second time penalty, he's trying to make sure that hastiness doesn't get the better of him, and and actually uses a cat, hits the wall out of the Grand Hotel hairpin. Is that right side end plate damage he's got as well?
Yes, you are absolutely right there, James. He's lost a bit of his front wing damage here. And look at Honey Badger now. Honey Badger's got a chance here to try and make the move. No,
not close enough. Honestly, if he went for a move down there, it would have been quite dangerous, to be honest, because there would have been a chance of him clipping the wall on the inside, and he doesn't want to do that. Honey Badger just got to wait his turn, and he's got to force Eustace as a cat into a mistake now. Now that he knows he's got front wing damage, he has got to force him into a mistake.
Absolutely. This is a chance now. He's got to make the move now. He's got to try and do it by next either 1 lap or 2 here. He's got no chance because he's got 3 seconds.
Yeah, 3 laps to go. He's got to make it count now. And remember, he has got that 3 seconds time penalty. So essentially, he needs to get 3/10 plus another 3 seconds to even get the race win. It is not going to happen in 3 laps. Trust me.
Right, it depends if Eustace as a cat hits
again a lock up.
Again. But
oh my God, Jesus!
Are you going to say, ay caramba?
Ay caramba,
mia.
Jesus, how on earth? He did not make any contact there, Honey Badger. I think he just locked up purely by himself there. And Useless as a Cat is hanging on for grim life out in front. He's probably going to be using up more than one of his 9 lives here tonight in this battle, I've got to admit.
I think it's already used. I think it's already used about 5 of it already here because he's tried everything possible here. 4 tenths now, 4 tenths, 3 tenths. Will it be 2 tenths? Could be 2 tenths here.
Honey Badger hits the wall actually on the left side, coming through the swimming pool section. It just compromised his run coming through those couple of corners. It's advantage Useless as a Cat again.
Oh, yeah, you're all right there. He's lost a bit of his front wing as well. Honey Badger will lose.
Oh, right side Emplit's completely gone.
So James, what do you reckon now?
Oh no! Oh no! No way! Is he? Oh, the camera angle down the inside of Casino Square. Oh, and Honey Badger! Honey Badger! What a move that is! Useless as a Cat's going to send it. Oh, nearly into the back of him. So close to contact. Honey Badger has pulled that out of the fire, literally from absolutely nowhere. He's just pulled that off. Athene might be a contender for move of the season. That was unbelievable.
Oh, forget move of the season. It's move of the decade there. Unbelievable stuff there. What a move! Oh, I'm losing my voice in a minute or two, but you might lose your voice afterwards here, James.
He's still got to pull out that gap. He has still got to pull out that gap. And just to point out, actually, Recon has pitted in once again, going for fastest lap. He's on a set of soft compound of tyres. He's just pitted in. He will go for fastest lap on the final lap of the race, which we are about to begin on. Honey Badger, Useless as a Cat, hanging on. First and second, 5/10 of a second separating, but this has been a good race. But given there's only 3 drivers going, this has been a great race between the top 2 more so.
The first question to ask you, James, is: are you okay after that?
Well, I've got my bit of a cough, but I've got my nasal inhaler. It'll keep me going until the end of race 2. I'm sure of that.
Fair dues, mate. Absolute legend you are on that one. So, like I said, fair play to James for joining me tonight with the commentary box here. And he's deadly right here. This is one hell of a race here. Even though there's only 3 drivers remaining. Sportsmanship. Unbelievable moves. What more can you ask here? Unbelievable stuff. James.
Yeah, fantastic stuff. Well, you can't ask for much more, really. Honey Badger coming into the final couple of corners now. He's through the Novell chicane for the final time. This is race 1, remember. We will have 4 drivers competing. It's not the greatest, but I'm sure we will get a lot of good action once again. And if you are a fan of TTSL, as Honey Badger actually hits the wall coming out of the swimming pool section, gives Useless of a Cat a bit of a look in there, but not quite. And Honey Badger around the final corner is going to take the race win. No, he's not, because he's let Useless as a Cat through. Useless as a Cat has taken the win from Honey Badger late on. That, I think, is as a result of good sportsmanship right there. That's what we like to see.
Fair dues there from Honey Badger and Useless as a Cat. That was one hell of a battle there between those 2. And I'll tell you what a move there.
Yeah, what a move indeed. Recon, I think, might just get fastest lap here. I'm just watching him ball with this. He's into Rascas now. He's absolutely flying on this lap. 4 tenths up through the middle sector. Now coming across the line. I think he will get fastest lap. No, he won't, because he's run out of fuel. Recon runs out of fuel, and he doesn't get fastest lap. But he finishes 3rd nonetheless.
Yeah, so the 3 drivers remaining have all got the podium stuff here tonight for the first part, of the race here, of race 1 of the TTSL League 1 here. So well done to Useless as a Cat. He's not been useless because he just absolutely done the pole on that one there. And also you got Honey Badger there for 2nd place. Recon, which I thought he would have done well here tonight with the from where he got positioned here, but I think the wings have been silly banged there, James.
Yeah, wing damage costing him, but he has got on the podium nonetheless. I know there was a low turnout, but Recon gets on the podium. It helps him in his title fight for sure. And the grid order is about to come up. We need to go through the grid order with there being so little. We'll have to anyways. Wins with no penalties. Honey Badger with a penalty finishing in 2nd. Maybe he's putting himself in that good position to try and take pole in qualifying, I wonder. Recon in 3rd, Gort, Will and Carlsbury not finishing. Hopefully we'll get them back in. And for fastest lap purposes, Colesbury took fastest lap. Whether he gets the fastest lap point, though, I think he mightn't. I'm going to put, because he didn't finish.
Normally with the fastest laps from